Biodiversity and conservation biology are essential fields for understanding and protecting life on Earth. This foundational course provides students with fundamental concepts and scientific approaches needed to explore current conservation challenges and biodiversity research. Welcome to the course Biodiversity and Conservation Biology, offered by the Master Program of Biodiversity at National Taiwan University. In this course, we will begin by exploring how biodiversity is studied and measured, introducing key scientific approaches used to quantify patterns in nature. We will then examine major conservation challenges and explore strategies to address the conflicts between human development and biodiversity. This course covers several core themes important for modern conservation biology: introduction to biodiversity, threats to biodiversity hotspots, conservation genetics, protected areas and habitat management. The course integrates lectures, scientific readings, group discussions, and real-world case studies. Students will engage with current conservation issues and explore how scientific knowledge informs decision-making. Assessment will be based on class participation, critical reading assignments, and case study presentations.
Students are coming from different fields, and students' thesis might also work on different directions related to biodiversity and conservation biology. And this is why in this course, this is an entry-level basic course for graduate students, and we want everybody to have some basic understanding in those fields, and they can build up their thesis work based on those foundations. So I think, as I mentioned, this is a foundation for master students. So we want students knowing the importance of biodiversity in different levels. We talk about genetic diversity, species diversity, and community diversity. Based on that, we hope students can develop their own research topics. And from time to time, they will refer back to those basic concepts and also fundamental methodologies.
So I'm on the social science side of conservation, so I think the biggest thing I learned from this course was the measurement of biodiversity on different scales, so not just on a species scale, but genetics and ecosystem scales.
For conservation biology, it was one of the first courses that I took in the program. And I was coming back, I graduated in 2020 and had been working before I started the program. So coming back into it, I think the course was a nice review of all the topics. It went over some of the history, what's happening now, other topics that I hadn't touched on, like more genetics. So it was a good dive back in to biodiversity.
From this course, there was a lot of group projects that we did, and so learning about what my classmates are experiencing in their countries regarding conservation and the issues and how they're handling them, and then realizing that even though a lot of us are from different places, our problems and solutions toward conservation are pretty similar.
We were asked to go to the National Taiwan Museum and also the Taipei Zoo and do kind of like a field analysis, looking at how people interacted with the exhibitions and the zoo in the lens of conservation. So since it was my first semester, it was also really nice to just be forced to kind of go out on a little mission to these two locations.
So I'm interested in a future career in land use policy, and so I think that this course just helped me understand that conservation is multidimensional, not just a management practice, but also science and technical, and it requires a lot of different fields to come together and work to solve one major problem.
Another aspect of the course was we were in charge of one chapter of this general biology textbook or biodiversity textbook, and we were tasked with then presenting it back to the class. So reading this whole really long chapter, digesting all this information, synthesizing it and finding which parts we wanted to communicate and how to communicate those back to the class, I think is a good lesson just in general that can be taken on.
With this course, every student will have a common understanding of biodiversity and conservation biology, regardless of their academic background.